Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about unfortunate love. Shalu and Bani bring food for Lakshmi to save her after Rano decided not to make the food for Lakshmi for her to start her fast. Then Shalu and Bani saves their sister. Then Rishi lied to Lakshmi again, and Malishka tells Rishi that she would also fast for him for Kabachot. Let's continue. Malishka shows her new perfume collection to Rishi. Rishi tries it and says it is smelling like the previous perfume. Malishka says I would ask mom to add something to it. Rishi says I will leave now, else my mom will get angry. Rishi leaves. Kiran tells Malishka that Rishi is an expert in his business, and he knew immediately that Malishka was presenting an old perfume to him as a new one. Malishka says, Mom, I didn't call Rishi here to check the perfume. I called him here to indirectly inform him about my fast because I don't want him to think that I am competing with Lakshmi. Malishka tells her mom that she should be in Rishi's mind and heart and she cannot share him with anyone. Lakshmi comes to the dining table and she serves everyone the food. Ayush and Grandma ask that why is Lakshmi working. Sanjay says I asked her not to work. Lakshmi tells Sanjay that don't tell everyone that I scolded you. Sanjay asks if that was scolding. Ayush asks Lakshmi to learn scolding from her mother. Virendra says a dish and he gets happy. Grandma says it is his favorite since childhood. Sanjay tells everyone that I told Lakshmi that Rishi loves the dish. Ayush takes the dish from Lakshmi. Sanjay says Lakshmi asked after making and I told him that Rishi likes it. Everyone teases Lakshmi. Grandma warns them. Neelam thinks that where is Rishi? I asked him to stay at home today. Rishi comes there and asks Virendra. Ayush says Rishi has right on this. Rishi asks on what? Grandma says on Lakshmi. Lakshmi says it is not like that. They ask Rishi to sit. Virendra says even I will get a chance to have the dish with you. Rishi tells everyone that he doesn't want to eat because he is fasting. Grandma asks that is it Kabachot fast? Rishi knows that yes. Everyone is happy. Ayush says Lakshmi deserves this. Ahana says Rishi is fasting for Lakshmi's long life. She says no husband has fasted for their wives in our family until today. Grandma teases Virendra for not keeping fast for Neelam. Lakshmi gets emotional and she goes from there. She goes to her room and thinks of Rishi's words and she gets teary eyes with happiness. Ayush knocks on the door and calls Lakshmi. Ayush says you have locked the door and he asks her to open the door. He asks her to tell him if she is fine. Lakshmi tells Ayush that I am fine and she opens the door. Ayush asks what happened. Lakshmi says nothing. Ayush says you have tears in your eyes and you ran away from there. He asks if Lakshmi is hurt. Lakshmi says there is this problem of tears. It comes in happiness and in sadness too. Ayush asks Lakshmi to tell him what happened. Lakshmi says she got emotional and she remembered the old things. Rishi comes there and hears Lakshmi. Lakshmi says my mother used to keep fast for my father and even my father used to keep fast for my mother. Lakshmi tells Ayush that people used to joke on her father for keeping fast for her mother, but her father used to justify his action. She says, I have never seen anyone other than my father who fast for their wife, but today, Rishi is also fasting for my long life, and this means that Rishi doesn't want me to be separated from him. Ayush tells Lakshmi that of course, and says, why will Rishi keep the fast if not for you? Ayush understands that Rishi is fasting for Malishka, but he couldn't tell Lakshmi. Lakshmi says I am very lucky to get such a husband. Neelam calls the jeweler and says my daughter-in-law Lakshmi will reach there for the buying of the gift. She asks the jeweler to take care of her. Kiran calls Neelam and says happy Kabachot. Neelam invites Kiran for the Kabachot puja. Kiran says I haven't kept the fast for my husband and you know the reason. Neelam tells Kiran that we would have talked if you had come. Kiran says your call was busy earlier. Neelam says I called Bandini the jeweler because I have to send Lakshmi and Rishi there. Neelam tells Kiran that hope she remembered that the matter about Lakshmi is just for 1 year. Kiran says yes, I know and I trust you. Lakshmi tells Ayush that I am lucky to have Rishi. Ayush asks, you are lucky? No, but we are lucky because you came into our house. Lakshmi tells Ayush that this is not the truth. Rishi would have gotten any other girl if not me. Rishi has everything, but I don't even have my parents. But now, after marrying Rishi, I got everyone, and Lakshmi praises all the family members. She says she is really lucky. Lakshmi comes out and sees Rishi outside. She asks, "Did you hear us?" Rishi asks Lakshmi not to praise him. Lakshmi says, "I was praising my destiny." Rishi asks Lakshmi to remember that they might not be together in the future and things might change between us, and at one point, you might hate me. Lakshmi asks Rishi that, "What are you saying?" She says, "I don't want to hear anything that I would hate you at some point because I can never hate you." Malishka asks Kiran if she wants to eat anything. Kiran says she doesn't want to eat anything. Kiran tells Malishka that she talked to Neelam and said that she is sending Lakshmi with Rishi for the Kavachot shopping. Malishka asks Kiran not to take tension. Kiran says if Rishi spends time with Lakshmi, then he will see that Lakshmi is keeping fast for him and she is weak, and this thing can touch Rishi's heart and he would fall in love with Lakshmi. Kiran tells Malishka that Rishi should not think of Lakshmi, only you should just stay in his heart. Malishka asks Kiran to relax. Rishi tells Lakshmi that love doesn't stay the same after marriage. We may fall out of love, but we will be good friends. Rishi promised Lakshmi that he would always be her best friend and he will bring her favorite food on every of her birthday. He asks her not to kick him out of her life, being angry with him. Lakshmi says, "You know from many ways to say how much you love me." She says, "You made me realize many times before our marriage that you care for me." Lakshmi tells Rishi that, "I can sense how much you care for me." He says, "I care for you, but I didn't realize it when..." But before he completes his statement, Lakshmi asks that, "When did you started caring for me?" Kiran tells Malishka that Rishi is very sensitive and he is good, and he would not know when he would fall in love for Lakshmi. She says, "You don't know Lakshmi like that. Lakshmi is from a poor family." Malishka says Lakshmi is from a middle-class family. Kiran says Lakshmi would love Rishi for the shopping, and then Rishi would also do anything for Lakshmi. Neelam knocks on the door and asks Rishi and Lakshmi to go to the jeweler. Kiran asks, "What is the use of keeping the fast for Rishi, who doesn't have feelings for you?" Rishi asks Neelam, "Why do they have to go to the jeweler?" Neelam says, "To get gift for Lakshmi." Lakshmi tells Neelam that Rishi is fasting for me and it is the best gift ever. Neelam says it is Rishi's wish to keep the fast for you, but it is our custom that Rishi must get you a gift. Lakshmi says no husband likes to go to the jeweler today and says that Rishi is keeping fast and he will get tired. Lakshmi tells Neelam that she is habitual to keeping fast, but this is the first time for Rishi. She says she doesn't want to trouble Rishi. Rishi says, "Just as you think." "Right, Mom." Neelam says, "I will think about something else." Rishi gets Malishka's call and Malishka asks Rishi to get some jewelry for her because she is keeping fast for him. Rishi tells Malishka that he cannot buy jewelry for her because Lakshmi would also be there, but he will take her out tomorrow. Malishka says, "I have kept the fast for you and I thought you would do something for me." Rishi says, "Okay, I am coming." Malishka thinks to wear some nice outfits to impress Rishi. Rishi asks Neelam if he can go for the meeting. Neelam asks Rishi to return before the moon appears. She asks Lakshmi to come downstairs and get ready with her plate. Lakshmi nods her head. Sonia comes to Karishma and says, "Do you know that Rishi is fasting for Lakshmi?" Karishma says, "Malishka told me that Rishi is fasting for her and not Lakshmi." Sonia says Malishka doesn't believe on fasting for long life, but she is doing it for Rishi. Karishma tells Sonia that it is love and says when you fall in love, you will realize and you will get ready to leave your mom and dad too. She says love changes everything. She asks Sonia to have something. Sonia says, "I already had something." Karishma asks Sonia that why did you come back late? Sonia says nothing. Karishma asks Sonia to tell her the truth when she is ready and she should not fool her. Sonia says she has some work and she goes. Rishi comes to Malishka's house and he calls her and asks her to come out. Malishka comes out and asks Rishi to tell her who is the best. She says, "I am the best because I am fasting for you and I am coming with you. Or are you the best because you know how to love a girl?" Rishi tells Malishka that I thought that you would mention my name because I am the best, because I am fasting for you as a man, which is very rare. Malishka says you are fasting for me and you want compliment all day. Rishi remembered Lakshmi's words and how she was concerned for him, that he will get tired if he goes to the jeweler's shop and that she doesn't want to trouble him. Rishi thinks that Lakshmi is very different from Malishka. Malishka tells Rishi that I am sorry and says you have spoiled me. She says she has problem in praising others, but she likes to hear people praising her. Rishi asks if Malishka will not come for the Kavachot Puja at home. Malishka says, what will I tell your wife? She feels that I am her best friend and she irritates me a lot. Malishka tells Rishi that this year, Lakshmi is your wife and I am your girlfriend. She says we will do the puja indirectly and you will break my fast in secret. She says next year, I will be in your house and I will do all the rituals with everyone. Rishi says okay. Ranu and Neha comes to Lakshmi's house. Ranu asks Neha to sit with Ahana and Devika. Lakshmi comes there and greets Ranu, asking that how is their uncle. Ranu says all is well. Karishma tells Neelam that the priest got unwell and he cannot come to say the mantras. Ranu tells Neelam that I left my neighbor's puja and I came here. Neelam asks that who will say the puja mantras now. She asks who will say it now. Lakshmi says I know the mantras and I can say it if you all agree. Lakshmi tells everyone that I used to sit with my mother like Ahana and Devika are sitting whenever she is chanting the mantras and I still remember it all. Neelam says okay, sit. Lakshmi sits for the puja. Karishma is about to go. Grandma asks Karishma to sit and hear the mantras. She then asks Lakshmi to start. Rishi and Malishka comes to the jewelry store. The owner greets Rishi. Rishi says, do you know me? The owner says, I know your dad and we got orders to deliver this jewelry to you and your wife. Rishi says, I don't know about this. The jeweler asks Rishi to sit and says very soon, Lakshmi would also come here. Rishi is shocked hearing that Lakshmi is also coming there. Lakshmi started saying the mantras which is heard by everyone carefully. She says whoever does these mantras with devotion, they are always happy. They exchange the plate. Ahana makes the video. Grandma tells Neelam that due to Lakshmi, nobody's fast is remained incomplete. Karishma gets angry. Neha gets up and goes. The owner of the store asks Rishi that where is Lakshmi. Malishka says I have come with Rishi and she asks if he has any problem. Rishi says Lakshmi is keeping fast, so I brought her friend Malishka to help me choose gifts for her. The jewelry shop owner shows Rishi and Malishka some chain. Malishka angrily chooses one chain and she goes. Rishi tried to pay for the jewelry that Malishka chose, but the jeweler asked Rishi not to worry because Neelam would pay for it together with the one she ordered, but Rishi insists to pay for the jewelry that Malishka chose separately. Neha gets upset with Ranu for not knowing the mantras of the Kabachot and she asks if she brought her here so that she can hear Lakshmi's appraisals. Ranu asks Neha to hear her and Ranu shares her new plan to destroy Lakshmi with Neha silently. Neha smiles and says done. Neha comes out of Lakshmi's room and asks Lakshmi to talk to Shalu. Lakshmi says I will talk to them later. Neha thinks that my work is done. She thinks that why has mom haven't brought Neelam till now. Ranu asks Neelam that where is Lakshmi's room and she asks if Neelam can take her to Lakshmi's room. Neelam tells Ranu that I would ask someone to take you to Lakshmi's room. Ranu says there's nobody here, else I wouldn't have troubled you. Malishka comes back home angrily. Kiran asks what happened. Rishi says Malishka is angry. Malishka says she is hot because the jewelry store owner insulted her. Rishi tells Malishka that I didn't know that the jeweler knows Lakshmi. I had taken you there because he is a very good jeweler. Malishka complains to her mom about how the jeweler was praising Lakshmi. Kiran asks Malishka to keep the stuff and go to the kitchen. She says she has arranged for traditional clothes for both Rishi and Malishka for their Kabachot Puja. Malishka asks Kiran to send the traditional clothes to Lakshmi and she goes away from there angrily. Okay guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like the video, share it, and I'll see you all again in my next video. Someone actually told me that she misses this my signature outro, which is bye guys.